Welcome back to our on-demand and online Teamcenter training. Now you can learn Teamcenter anywhere, anytime and at your own convenience. Now we are into our third session covering Teamcenter Configuration. I am Naresh Y and I will be your host and guide as we take a look into the Teamcenter Configuration. Let's get started. In this session, we are going to explore and understand how to configure Teamcenter user interface and change the look and feel of Teamcenter to match to your own needs through the following topics. We will continue with Teamcenter Rich Client and then get into perspectives and views and then configure navigation pane, user settings and toolbar. By the time we complete this session, you will be in a better position to configure the Teamcenter user interface as per your own requirements. In our previous session, we had a quick look at Teamcenter Rich Client. Now let's explore Teamcenter Rich Client in detail. Teamcenter Rich Client layout can be changed by just dragging and placing each window at any position. Users can change the layout, change user settings, and configure navigation pane with frequently used applications to access data much faster. Users can also configure toolbar with frequently used functions and tools. Above all, admin and users can configure options and preferences which guide many functions inside Teamcenter. This is one big topic and covers almost thousands of preferences which we can configure to match our needs. I think before we get deeper into the subject, it's the best time for our first live Teamcenter demonstration. Let's start with our first activity, logging into Teamcenter. To log into Teamcenter, search for the Teamcenter icon on your desktop and double-click the icon. This starts the Teamcenter login screen where every user has to input user ID and password. Server will be pre-populated. Group and role are optional. If you don't provide any details for group and role, Teamcenter will search and assign the default group and role of the logged in user. So let's start filling the password. Once you click on the login button, you can see the Teamcenter getting started perspective as our default perspective loading into the Teamcenter user interface. Here we can do few basic operations like opening my Teamcenter, view and edit a product structure, or go to the classification. Apart from that, you have the rest of the Teamcenter UI available in front of you. I was explaining before about drag and drop and changing layout within the Teamcenter. Let's explore this using my Teamcenter. So what exactly we mean by changing layout is you can select a particular view and drag and place it in any other place to change the look and feel of your user interface. This is a very convenient way to arrange your user interface as per your needs. You can drag back again to the same position. User settings. This is what is the user settings. This displays the user details of the logged in user. So once select, you will see that user settings is open with all the session details, login details, the person details and the administrative option as InfoDBA is a super admin of Teamcenter. And here comes the navigation pane. This is the most important pane in Teamcenter. We will explore more in detail in this session. This is the toolbar section of Teamcenter user interface. Already there are set of functions available in the toolbar section which comes out of the box. This toolbar can be configured as per user needs. And then we'll look into options and preferences. Let's go to options. All the options available in Teamcenter. This is one of the way where users and admin can configure the system as per company needs or user needs. Most configurations are achieved using options and preferences, and we can even search and modify any of the existing preference. By now, you are very much familiarized with Teamcenter Rich Client. Let's have a quick look again to understand the sections or elements of Rich Client. As you can see on the screen, there are like 12 different elements which we wanted to highlight. Starts with menu bar at the top, then the toolbar section, then more functions about back and forward, and then the application banner displaying user login details, and here is the close button to close any application. Coming to the navigation pane, starts with a quick search option, then we have section for quick links, then we have primary and secondary applications, and here we have an option to configure this section of navigation pane. Going back to the top corner is minimize and maximize the screen. Then finally to the bottom right is the clipboard. I think it's much better if you can have a quick look at all these options directly in Teamcenter software. So here it is. This is the menu bar. Here is the toolbar. Here is the forward and backward buttons. This is called application banner. This is the close button. And here on the left side is the navigation pane. Starts with search box, wherein you can search based on item ID, keyword search, item name and dataset name. And then we have something called quick links, and then the primary applications, and then the secondary applications, and here the configure applications button. And then if you go back here, this is the minimize and the maximize buttons, and then to end with, this is the clipboard of Teamcenter. It's always better to concentrate on this particular user interface and all the options and buttons available. You can pause this video and get better understanding of this UI. When you are a Teamcenter user, these are the functions you will be using day in and day out. All Teamcenter applications and modules comes with a default perspective and associated views. As you see, there are many perspectives and views available within the Teamcenter out of the box. Users can create their own perspective and personalize the look and feel of the user interface based on the usage and user convenience. Actually, perspective is the look and feel of any Teamcenter application. So for example, in this My Teamcenter perspective, we call this as a perspective and we call this as the view or a set of views available there. Views change as per the selected objects in the perspective. So every module you see here has its own default out of the box perspective. This is My Teamcenter perspective. If you open Structure Manager, it will have its own perspective. So to look at more perspectives, let's go to something called Open Perspective. And these are all the available perspectives within Teamcenter out of the box solution. And associated with this are like many views which come out of the box for each separate application. And we expand a particular application, we'll see all the viewers available for each perspective or application. Let's configure our perspectives as per our needs. Have a quick look about all the existing views of my Teamcenter perspective. Let's suppose we go here and delete this particular viewer. So now our perspective got changed. So we have only few views available. If at all you wanted to view this viewer again, just go to Window and then Reset Perspective. And automatically you will be able to see your JT preview. Now we will create a new perspective, or maybe we say modify the existing perspective. Let's continue with the existing My Teamcenter perspective. Let's again delete this JT preview and try to add one more viewer. Maybe we will add properties view. And what we try to do is we will try to create this as our new perspective. So what we need to do is go to again Window and save perspective as. So here I give a new name called My Training. Once you click OK, you see like my perspective of My Teamcenter is replaced with My Training. Let's close this and open My Teamcenter. So if you see like this is like My Teamcenter perspective. By default out of the box there is nothing changed. If at all you wanted to load My Training perspective, now you may be going to Window, open Perspective and Other, and here you need to identify My Training and click OK. So this is how it opens your new perspective or the modified perspective. Towards the left side of the Teamcenter user interface, we have a navigation pane. Navigation pane helps to quickly access data, search, create and also organize data. Navigation pane is split into quick access links, primary applications, secondary applications and configure applications button. To understand and explore more about navigation pane, we take a look into each subsection of quick links. Here you can get access, or I can say quick access to following links: Home, My Work List, My Projects, My Links, My Saved Searches and few more. Open items. This displays the list of all existing open items, so we can quickly load them back if need arises. History displays all items opened by the logged in user. Then comes the favorites, which display all the objects which are marked as favorites by user. Then I want to section is a customizable list of tools and functions used very frequently. User can customize this section and access the functions much faster, improving their productivity. Then the most important feature is the search feature. It's called quick search as it's faster and can search only by item ID, item name, keyword and dataset name. Let's explore a bit about our navigation pane, which is one of the most important pane in Teamcenter user interface. Here we can see the search option and few of the quick links, and then this is called like a primary application and this bottom is called the secondary application, and we know this is like a configure applications. So quickly we'll demonstrate what are these quick links. As you know, like we can search here by providing some information and click on this button by searching. In the quick links, if at all you expand the quick links, you have something like a home folder, my work list, my projects, my saved searches, and few other things, and which you can customize according to your needs. If at all you wanted to remove this from here or change this order, you can always do that. And then comes something called open items. What are the open items till now? Till now we only opened home folder, so only that folder is viewing here. And then the history. History displays everything which this particular user has opened from long time. So all the parts which have been working are being stored in the history section. And then the favorites. Basically, like I have only added one operation as a favorite, but you can always organize this particular folder by searching and placing more favorites in this particular way. And this is called, I call it as a I want to application, wherein like if at all I want to create an item or create a data set, the basic functions apart from going to file, new item, or even like if you have some button option here, this is one more quick way wherein like you wanted to do some quick actions, you can configure or customize here by drag and drop. Or so if at all you wanted to add one more, the only thing you need to do is like you can just select this and add it to here and then apply. You can see like now you can also have one more application called a view or a function from here. So this is all about like understanding about the quick links and how it can be configured and reused according to your particular needs. Then comes the most important sections of the navigation pane, that is called primary applications and secondary applications. Primary applications is a configurable view to all application links which are frequently used by a user. Secondary applications consist of less frequently used application list. Here comes the most interesting section called configure applications. Let's quickly run through the quick demo on how to configure applications in a navigation pane. As you know, like this is like a primary application, this is a secondary applications, and here we have like configure applications. So let's go to navigation pane options, and here if at all I don't wanted to have this change manager, I can remove from here from the basic applications or the primary applications, and the secondary applications also I can remove few things. And now if at all I wanted to rearrange this, I can even do something like a rearrangement of this and then just click apply. And once you apply, automatically you see like this is got configured. And whenever you drag this, most of the time like the secondary applications will be moved into or the primary applications. So this is how you can configure your primary applications and secondary applications. Toolbar configuration. Teamcenter has too many functions and each function can be represented in menu item and also in toolbar. So to make our life bit easier, we can configure the toolbar with all the frequently used functions. During toolbar configuration, we can add buttons, we can remove buttons, we can change order of the buttons, we can group few related buttons into a single subgroup, hide toolbar and restore to the defaults which shows the out of the box toolbar. Now let's look into how to configure our toolbar. So here we can add a button, remove a button, change order, add a separator. So to start configuring our toolbar, just right click on the toolbar section and there is something called as a customize toolbar option. Once you click on that, you will be seeing like a menu bar details and the toolbar details. You can add any of the existing functionality or the function from the menu bar details into a toolbar section. So what we can do is we can just add something like I wanted to create items much faster, a form and a data set. These are the frequent operations I do on day-to-day basis. So what I do is I added all these things. I can change the sequence, and if at all I wanted to add a separator, I can add one more separator and then just click OK. So once I click OK, I can see like all these three like item, form and dataset buttons are available. So I don't need to go to file, new and item next time. So when I want to create a new item next time, what I do is I just go here to the new toolbar and just click on the tool. So I can create my new item much faster than before. So similarly, you can configure this toolbar as per your needs. If at all you want to restore to defaults, just right click again and then restore defaults. Automatically your out of the box toolbar will show up. To end this session, we'll focus on one more important section called Information Center. This is displayed at the bottom right corner of the Teamcenter application next to the clipboard. For each object selected in the user interface, the Information Center provides more additional information using symbols. If the user has write access, delete access, change access to the selected object. Is the selected object a target object in any workflow? Is the object checked out? Is it in a released state or not? And can this object be published? Is this object already classified? And also displays where used and where referenced. So in this session, we have started working on Teamcenter software, and we also looked into how to configure and personalize Teamcenter user interface to match to your own needs and requirements. So till now, we have completed PLM overview, Teamcenter overview, and configuring Teamcenter sessions. In our next session, we will look into My Teamcenter and get detailed understanding of each view, and also will search existing data and start organizing this data in Teamcenter folders. So don't forget to be part of our next session. Thank you and bye for now. See you soon in our next session.